G'day, you dunce. How are we doing? What's up with my internet? It has dropped out twice in the last 2 hours. So I'm hoping that those were just random, like non-continuing events. Because if my internet drops out again at some point, then it's going to indicate an issue that I need to resolve. Well, not that I need to resolve, but I need to get my ISP to resolve. So yes. Fingers crossed. Everything is fine. It does seem to happen every 3 months or so. Alright. Let's see how things are. Looking good. As always. Alright. Pop down there. Pop chat over there. All systems booted properly except internet. Internet is currently booted properly. But yeah, it's very awkward when you're like watching some like Dexter on Amazon Prime. And then all of a sudden, mid serial killer takedown, the internet just freezes. And you're like, what's happening? The video stops. You look over at your modem. You've got 2 blinking lights instead of 4 stable solid lights and say, uh-oh. My internet has gone bye-byes. So let's see if things remain stable. The good thing is, if the internet goes down and I have to stop streaming, then people can retain their stream streak by watching the stream like tomorrow or something. Like not watching the stream that I do tomorrow, but watching tonight's stream tomorrow. Yeah. Words. G'day, Jaeger. I'm gonna go there. isn't going to do much for me. You can't take there or there. And you can't go back to there. So you have to go to one. Have to go to one of those two. Those are the only safe spots for it. Is your internet unstable? It might be. It's a very strong possibility. Push you there. Kick you. Defend. Actually, no, because you can take that and I won't be able to do shit. That's fine. That's fine. Everything's fine. I'll move you there, so that's defending you. Yeah. That's not gonna happen. Now you can go there, then I can push you there. Yeah, well, I just do that. Oh no. You're silly. You didn't know that my pawn could go diagonal. Ah, shit. No, I'm the silly. Because I go there, and then you go there, and it's checkmate. Fuck. Alright. I was the silly. I was the silly. Oh well. Alright. Let's see what we've got here. These anti-theft gates are finished. I should probably move those down. We need to get these posters and their new delivery canisters finished. Where are we? Where do we have posters listed? I don't think I have posters listed here at all. Okay. That's right, we're over here, aren't we? So, apart from that, we need... I guess we just need to keep testing and getting stuff. Oh, that's right, we're setting up something. We're setting up something. It's as much as I can remember. Peter, how we doing? Congrats on being second. That's there. Can I convert argument 1 from nil to int for price string because purchase option 109. If it is deco data, we do this. Yeah. No. If it's not container data. Lovely. And Dex is third. Well done. Well done. Nope. Ah, yeah, if it is container data. Hang on. Oh, hang on, I know why. 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 We haven't set up this stuff. That's why. This poster, professional black white, can be $43. Regular pro. Oh, actually, I need to add it. This one here, just regular professional, can be 29. 30. No. 26. Hero villain, black and white, can be what? Gonna be 50. Regular hero villain will be 31. No. 29. Yeah. Casual black and white will be 26, 30, 26, 29, like 18. Oh, actually, that's for this one. Black white would need to be 50, 40, 43. Put it around about 32. Athlete, black white, 37. And regular athlete poster, make that 21. Beautiful. That'll be good. Let's hope it works. Let's hope it works. Now, that's complaining about box size now. Merch 70. Option data box size. Yep. Yep. Quantity in bag. Go. If option data is container data, do that. Else quantity in bag is 1. Oh, actually, no. Line products get option get enums box size canister get option data line item 0. Okay. That will take care of that. I'm going to do same thing down here too. Data is container data, else option quantity input text. That'll work for now. That will work for the time being. Set product details is taking base item. And that's where it sets that up. Okay, yep. Doesn't need to be done anywhere else because nowhere else will have this. Remove from order. That would need to be base item data. That should be good. I am blue, eh? I'm blue, eh? Funny stuff. What am I working on? I'm working on Bobble Shop Simulator. Thank you for reminding me. I have not pinned this. I have not pinned that message. That there is the game we are working on right now. I'm just setting up posters to be something that you can purchase, and you can either place the posters around your store to increase customers coming in, or you can sell the posters to customers that do come in. So they serve multiple purposes. Yeah. The bobbleheads may come to life. How you deal with the bobbleheads is up to you. There are 3 ways you can deal with them. Well, technically 4 ways that you can deal with them. But we don't need to get into that. Don't need to get into that. Oh, that's something I should add. Days conscious. If days conscious. Actually, we're going to need to connect these. Go. Helpers, try connect. Start next day. Just day increase. Days conscious. Pop up by 1. Go if days conscious is greater than max days conscious. Then we break bobble. I think I can get rid of that too. There we go. Very bad at programming. I started learning Godot and programming at the start of the week. I'm actually a designer, so this is very hard for me. That's fair. That's fair. It takes time. It takes time. Much like learning how to do proper designs and stuff. Yeah. Game dev has some, like, programming has similar elements where you've got to design your system before you start building it, but it's not always a pretty design, you know? This whole thing makes zero sense to me. I don't even know what I'm reading. That's fair. That's fair. Everything you're reading here is probably going to go way over your head for the time being, and that's fine. That's perfectly fine. It's basically I'm just setting up some extra data. So after 5 days of being conscious, the conscious bobbleheads will break. And this here, so this is a dictionary. We're getting a value of this from this key. But if that key does not exist in the dictionary, it defaults to the value 0. This one defaults to the value false if it doesn't exist in the dictionary. So that's the safe way to get a value from a dictionary. You can do like data conscious, and that will get the value using that key. But if the key doesn't exist, that way throws an error. Just a quick little dictionary lesson for you there. I know it's riveting. The funnest things ever. Missed everything you said. Dang. Here I am trying to be helpful. I'm joking. That's the great thing about it being streamed. You can always, if you want to, you can always like go back and have a look. Let's think. Now you're it. Let's think. Ah, yes. When we break it. So when it breaks, what we want to do it changes the state it's in, doesn't it? No, it doesn't. Does it? Is there a broken state for our bobbleheads? There is a broken state. It's got take item. Interact secondary. When we take it, we hold it. Repositions broken bobbles. If actually, no, I suppose that's still fair. No, it's not. If character get node. Actually, if GP node is workbench, then we do that. Because under this new situation, the bobblehead could break while it's on the workbench, or while it's in a cage, or running around the store, you know, or in a bobble trap, all that kind of stuff. Which means we also need... This is a complete sidetrack from what I should be working on right now. Bobble containment. When we contain the bobble, what we want to do is go try disconnect bobble. No. Game state start next day from bobble conscious day increase. Yep. Lovely. I got African for dinner, so I'm excited. I've only had it once before, but I love it. That's how it goes. Ooh, damn, nice. Nice. What is African food? Because I've had Egyptian. I've had Egyptian, but I think that's as close as I've gotten to African food. Yeah. I know that's Middle Eastern, but I mean, it's on the Middle East part that's on Africa, so. I eat with my hands. I'm eating a beef and goat stew and fufu. What is fufu? African fufu. A starchy dough-like food commonly found in Western Central Africa. African cuisine. Interesting. So that makes sense. So yeah, you'd use that as like the utensil kind of thing. Kind of like using corn chips or tortilla chips for like chili, or what's that? A roti bread for Thai cuisine. Yeah. Very nice. Very nice. Naan, that's it. I knew it was something. Okay, so that. So break bobble is called from broken. So... I actually want to change this and go state machine, switch states, broken, and helpers try disconnect. Game state, start next day from conscious day increase. Beautiful. Beautiful. Conscious is false. And then when we break it, goes through in broken. There's no Boolean if it's broken. Huh. I guess not. Is broken. Right there. The hell? I'm gonna do it here. Gotta set that to false too. Lovely. Alright, that should deal with that. Now, back to what we were doing. Trying to get these posters. Whereabouts in Oz are you from? The city that's slowly becoming a shithole of Melbourne. Okay. Non-existent function get in base nil. Merch 73. Ah. Don't need to worry about delivery layout. Already done asset cache. Base order screen we've just updated. Drop settings. Trolley won't need this. And storage shelf won't need this. Okay. There we go. No, yeah, there's 2 mangoes going for $5. Yeah, mate, absolute bargain. 2 mangoes, $5. 2 mangoes for $5. Holy damn. That is a bargain. What's wrong with them? You're in Brisbane? Ah. Still worse than Melbourne, but not by much. Okay, so there's a problem. Error calling from signal, add to order to callable. Add to order, can I convert? Okay, so purchase option 240, add to order. Just so everyone knows, my internet is having, or was having troubles earlier today. Like, a couple hours ago. It hasn't happened, like, nothing's happened since, but if something does happen, like, if my internet drops, you know why. So, don't panic. Thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Muchly appreciated. Get like 40 of them, $50. Whoa. Now hang on. Hang on, 40 for $50. That's a bargain. That makes them like $1.20 a piece. Or $1.25 or something like that. Like, come on, that's too good. That's too good. Okay? Nothing in Australia is that well priced. Yeah, too bad mango season's over. Too bad. Now, give me 2 seconds. I just need to fix up. There we go. Gamer, you are indeed late. Super late. Good tasty. Good tastiness. Tasty, tasty. Alright, see if that works. Oop, apparently not. Bobble ordering. I had a feeling you'd be causing a problem as well. Let's see. Base order screen 73, box size and base objective type, item data. Add to order. Add to order. Data box size if data is container data, else It's a canister. Okay. That should all be fine. Canister. Clear. Actually, gamer, you should have seen earlier. I played around as Rem in Deadlock. I may have only gotten like 3 kills, but I only died 4 times and I had like 39 assists. So nice. There were so many times, g'day Cam, so many times when it'd be like me and the, I think I was with Veninator in my lane, and we were against Mirage and like we were against Mirage and Mina, maybe? Venator. That's it, Venator. We were against Mirage and I think Mina. Or someone like that. Or Haze. It was Mirage and Haze. And we whooped them. We whooped them. We just kept holding back, taking out the ads until I got my ult. And then we'd go in, I'd put both of them to sleep, and then we'd take them both out. It was great. Fantastic. Especially when Haze went to use their ultimate, and I'm just like, nope, go to sleep. Not having any of that. It was very funny. It was very, very funny. Theorycraft and counter buys are your jam. I do like destroying Victor. Yep. Whenever there's an enemy that has Victor, I always make sure that I buy silence as soon as I can. So that way, as soon as Victor gets their ult, I make sure to silence Victor before I kill them. Because they're silenced, their ult doesn't bring them back to life. And it also shuts down their area of effect damage. It's like, no. Bad Victor. Bad Victor. I hate Victor. He's such a pain in the ass. And I think that strat works best when you're someone like Haze. Because then you just go up against Victor, you silence them, and then you use your ult. Or you damage them, get them down low health, use your ult, or silence them, then use your ult and kill them straight away. It's like, yay. I just played a few rounds as him. I still can't figure out how to play Victor. It just eludes me. It makes No sense. You know what else I need to do? Where's my end of day report? In here. I want to put it up. Up here. Deco. I think decoration is something I've already got. Decoration expenses. And we need to do the same thing with income. I guess we can put that under other income. That'll be fine. Deco cost. Until you encounter a bullet, Vic, then you get shredded. You're thinking too much, turn off brain, control area, get kills, boom. That's the problem. That's the problem. I've tried doing that. I've tried doing that, but Victor just keeps dying when I do that. End of day report. Decoration expenses, deco cost. There's other income. Other sold. Oh no, that's... I think we need to go... There we are. I'll take care of that. I guess we also can do accessory. That'll work. Parrying as Victor is hilarious because they have to sit in your pain. That's true. I don't parry. I just don't. That's probably my issue. I'm not parrying. You need to parry? I don't think I need to parry. I mean, I'm winning games without parrying. Come on. Not every game, but yeah. I'm always middle of the pack. That's what I'm noticing. I'm always middle of the pack. I'm always like somewhere around C or D. And there's always other people with E, A, or S. Like this game where I was Graves, there was only one person on my team that did better than me. So I was a C minus, and the other person on my team playing Rem got a B minus. That was the only person that scored higher than me. The other team had 2 people that were S minus. So, yeah. And then this one here, I have no idea how I got an A minus on that one. But yeah. Oh well. Been playing pretty mid lately, kind of support, because no one plays objectives. I've noticed that. I've noticed a lot recently that I've had like a lane partner who will just run in and die like 4 or 5 times in the first 5 minutes. And I keep thinking to myself, cool. Now the opposing team is just going to charge me and I'm going to die because I can't fight off both of them. Good work. Well done. Thank you for losing the lane. It's very frustrating. Very, very frustrating. Those games I'm generally like, well, this is going to be a fail. We're going to lose this. It's over. It's over before it even began. And then you have a look at the souls for each team. It's like the other team has like a total of like every character, every player has like 12 or 13,000 souls. And everyone on your team has like 8,000. And you're sitting there on 11,000. You're like, cool. Cool. This is going perfect. So register screen is done. End of day report. Ow, ow, ow. That was my neck. It was like shooting them with airsoft. It's true. It's so true. Let's see. Close that out. Yeah. That works. Get rid of that. Now, what was the other problem? There was another error that I was supposed to be fixing, but through all the tangents of all the other stuff I've been fixing, I kind of forgot. That's what it is, auto line item. Price. Base order screen 93. Howdy. What up? How are you doing, Gadunticles? G'day, Nathir. This one here. Int will be data price if data is container data, else data market price rarity common. Lovely. Have you ever thought of eating a whole cake on stream? No. And I'm never going to. I'm never going to because I'm not Nick. I'm not Nick Cardo. I don't have a death wish. Okay, just food for thought. How about a pie? No. Like, I've never thought about eating anything on stream. I would never consume an excess amount of something on stream. Never. Because that's unhealthy. We got ads coming in. We got ads coming in. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Now what? I go there. Then go there. I just played Deadlock and now I'm thinking about it again. Damn straight. I'll just go over here then. Why did they resign? I'm unsure why they've resigned. Play it blindfolded. Is how you jerk is how I feel 25% of the time interacting with Hypnotic. Hey, that means I'm doing my job. I'm doing my job. Go there. I'm gonna go out here, actually. Ooh. Now fork both of them. Thank you. Now I'm still attacking you. Now I'm checking you. Now I'm checking you again. You can't take that because of my rook. Go there. I can go there, check you, and take that. I can go there and then take that. You're no fun. Rude. Let's hop back, because now you're pinned. Push you there. Now I'm going to take that. This is a good game. This is a good game. Let's see. I go there. Uh-huh. Fair enough. Because that there, the only places you can go are those 3 places. If you go to either of those, then if you go there, then I go there, check you, and protect that. You would then need to either take or move forward, or go over there. We'll go back there. What is their next best move? It doesn't matter. I slapped him. I slapped him about. Okay, so what was the error? I think we fixed the error. I think it was price. What do Aussies call the thing in the supermarket they use to say stuff like staff to check out 1, please, and stuff? A PA? Are you talking about a PA system? There's a public announcement system. I'm pretty sure it's public announcement system. Do you not say tannoy either? What the fuck is a tannoy? I guess it's just us poms. What the hell is a tannoy? Is this a situation where tannoy is a brand of PA? So you now just call it tannoy? Similar to Kleenex being like what you call a tissue, or an elevator, or a refrigerator. Yes, I said refrigerator because it doesn't have a D. There's no D in refrigerator. The reason why is because refrigerator was the name of a company that made fridges, and then people just started using that for fridge, and they put the D in there when they say it, even though the D isn't there. Yeah. A tannoy is an annoying tan Karen. That's fair. That's fair. We say Hoover rather than vacuum cleaner. Now, we still say a vacuum in Australia. Yeah. Yeah. But that's the thing. That always annoys me. Refrigerator. 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 Commonly shortened to fridge. No. No. Fridge is one thing. Refrigerator brand. Original refrigerator brand. God damn, this is going to be a terrible terrible thing to try and find. Etymology. How do you refrig? That's it. The word refrigerator comes from the Latin refrigerare, meaning to cool. Back in the early 1600s, the term originally referred to a cooling device in chamber. Let's see. Refrigerator remains a precise descriptor of its purpose, to cool. It is true. Where is it? Mine's named refrigerator rather than the casual fridge. Regional usage and oh geez. An error 1033. Cloudflare's having a problem. Cloudflare's having a problem. They killed that language for a reason. That's true. That's true. What up, decaffeinated or decaffeined? Decaffeined. Is this it? Where is it? Maybe I'm misremembering. Maybe I'm just applying like the Kleenex logic to this, even though it's... Maybe. Maybe. Let's see, what am I doing with it? Ah, that's right. Need to do that. Need to do that. Ooh, actually. I'll take that. Pop it there. There we go. There we go. That'll be better. Let's see. What else do we need here? Rid of that. That should fix up all those issues. No, price. Order line item 30. If container data do that. Line item 30. What? Get rid of all that. What? Order line item 30. Yeah, use price if it's container data. Otherwise, get market price. The fuck are you on about? That doesn't even make any sense. That's not possible. I'm gonna reload this project. See if that jogs its memory. How? What do you mean? UI tablet order line item line 30. That's this. That's this line here. Okay? Only access price if it's container data. Oh, that's why. I'm an idiot. If item data is container data. Not if container data. This is what happens when you redo the same thing over and over and over again. Eventually you just like forget one little thing. Let's see. Invalid access property or key price. Base order screen 112. Where's that? Price. I'll show you. Let's go. Data. Data. Price. If data is container data, else data market price. Get enums, rarity, common. We can get rid of this. This is line items though, hang on. Order line item. So we do that. Then we go order item, item data. We go. There we go. That fixes that. Do you ever sleep? I do sleep. For example, when this stream ends in about 2.5 to 3.5 hours, I generally go to bed. And then I sleep and I wake up at about 5:45 in the morning, 6 a.m. roughly. And then I get ready and I start streaming, and then I have 5 hours off in the middle of the day. However, I'm keeping an eye on my internet connection at the moment because my internet did drop twice earlier today. Like twice in a 2-hour period before I started streaming. So I'm concerned that it will drop again. And that will be a problem. Because it's the weekend and I can't really get tech to fix it until business days. The weekend, other folks at home thrashing the local exchange. It's not that. It's occasionally, like every 3 to 6 months, it happens where the exchange, like the exchange point, goes out of whack, and the signal doesn't sync up correctly. So you have like random drops and stuff. And I can still, like, what I do before I contact the ISP, I do a ping. I try to ping Google's DNS 8.8.8.8. Right? And what I do from there is I see what is returning the destination unreachable message. If it's returning the carrier gate, like the carrier NAT, the carrier gateway NAT, if it's that IP address that's saying, hey, destination host unreachable, then I'm like, all right, it's an issue at the exchange point, because it's exiting my local network and it's reaching the exchange. Then I contact the ISP. I'm like, hey, here's a screenshot of my ping that I did to try and access Google's DNS. There's an issue with the local exchange that the provider needs to go and fix. Because if I don't do that, then I have to spend 4 days going through them monitoring my network connection to detect dropouts, and when they see 4 dropouts in a 24-hour period, then they can raise an issue to the techs. And it's like, you know what? I'll save you the trouble. I will get all the information you need for them to not be able to deny an issue. I'm guessing they don't like talking to someone that they can't palm off with pre-scripted answers. No, they don't. They don't. And also, every time I call them and I tell them what the issue is, and they're like, all right, well, we can't raise an order unless there's this many dropouts. And I'm like, I'm telling you, this is the issue. If you have a look on my account, you'll see I call every 3 to 6 months with the exact same issue. And then they're like, oh yeah, I can. I'm like, yep. Just tell them they need to fix it. That's all you need to do. Just... It's gotten to a point where it's like, I know more than you. I know more than the people that run the NBN. Just put me in stuff with a... Just put me in touch with an NBN technician, so that I can have a conversation with someone that knows what they're doing. All right? That's all I need. I need a direct contact to an NBN technician. Alright, so that's fixed there. Let's see if we've gotten any further now. $133. Okay. Not gonna lie, I still think it's crazy how people can make their UI as fine as yours, even after spending hours in controls. You've got to remember, this isn't the first UI that I made. I made an absolutely shocking UI initially. And after like a week or two of rebuilding the UI from scratch, this is what we ended up with. So, yeah. I was there, but still the fact that you managed to get to the UI as it is, get the UI as it is, I know, right? Program UI is generally a mixed bag. Yeah. Like, the initial UI that a programmer makes will be horrible because they just want to get the logic working. And then once they have the logic working, then they worry about what it looks like. It doesn't matter if it looks pretty if it doesn't function. The UI can be as pretty as you want it to be, but if it doesn't function... Alright, so here is... Damn it. Attempt drop with value type ball on a base. Valid property. Okay, attempt drop. Okay, and that's from held container. Okay. Progress. Delivery canister. Attempt drop. I'm sorry, we're in the UI dev phase? Yep. The guy I work with is as good as most UI artists as well. Goes from hand-scrolled, deliberate pink text, perfectly slick and releasable. So a lot of that, like with a lot of UI stuff, there's a bunch of frameworks out there that people will use. Like the material UI look, or the like just making sure things are rounded, making sure they're flat colors. Ooh, hello. You just fell through the ground. Shit. Whoops. Oopsie whoopsies. Like you say, form following the function, but doesn't have the patience to wait and can do it himself. Yeah. Dev UI is something else, just random buttons and labels everywhere. You'll eventually create something that has like a logical process to it, a logical order to it. Yeah. I'm glad I turned the opacity on the shadows down further than what it was. Okay. Temp drop. Let's see. See if this works. Fingers crossed. Ah, whoops. Suggesting you got the skills to create form. I hate to admit, but it really, really takes a lot of effort and keen eyes to create something good UI. For most people, like some people like a good programmer can just code whatever. Someone that's good with UI can just do a really good UI without effort. Non-existent function drop. Okay. Okay. I need to BRB quickly. Alright? Give me like 30 seconds. I'm back. If only I said that with microphone on. Yeah. That would have been better. Alright. Solid understanding of graphic design, at least fundamentals, also being pedantic about spacing, messaging, UX simplicity. Yeah. Remember the Rollcade engine Coda UI, all grey buttons, is still a grey list. White text. Even after a year of using it, found myself scrolling to find what I wanted. So amazing bug messaging when using it. Too many cakes and never a side room. Okay. So we pop the drop. Pop the drop in there. Reparent to that. Alright. See if that works. Ye old PS1 era stuff. Where's the lid? Oh. Hmm. Too many cakes was referring to memory as we batch tiling textures to 4 seconds. Looked like a Battenberg cake slice. Too many side roads referring to incorrect use of spline path branch. Those are some good error messages. Those are some good error messages. Hang on, security camera. Why is that having a problem? Detects NPC. Times were simpler and sometimes better back then. It's only layer 3. It's NPC. What? Okay. They only mask layer 3. Have a good one, Phil. NPC is on collision layer 3. Why is employee on collision layer 3? Huh. Interesting. Do that. That'll work. Morning, Kenji. How you doing? Oh. I don't have the collider there anymore. Ah, I need to put that. I need to put the collider there. Yep. Yep. Made some progress on Unity and Godot. Nice, nice. Good to hear. Good to hear. Lid. Why? How is that? Like, transparency is disabled. Weird. It's mesh. There's no override or overlay. There's no surface material override. Why is it invisible? It's this here that's not visible for some reason. That has a surface material override right there. Oh, I know what's happening. I know what's happening. This one here isn't being removed. Yeah. That one's not being removed, so it's hiding it. Okay, okay. Okay. Here's what we need to do. We need this toggle. We need that toggle hold visibility. You go super toggle hold visibility. You go if on lid set surface override material 1 to that else lid clear it out. That'll work. Nah, it's not back face culling. Ah, that's why. Yep. See what that does. Actually. Yeah, I do have mesh sign there. Delivery box drop. Okay. We need then we do super old material. That. Are you sure the on case is correct? It looks like no up to me. It is. It is. Because this This gets called from a bunch of different places. So... So it's not... It's not removing that. If we do held container... Old visibility sets up all that. That mesh get surface material override. But still... Remove hold material. Remove hold material. Did the ads just finish? No, they've just started. Never mind. Ignore me. Why is this happening? There we go. Beautiful. Working now. There we go. Alright. Time for another chess while the ads play. Time for chess. Go there. I'm gonna push that up. Alright. Didn't see that. Damn it. It's precisely what I wanted to do. No. No, because if it goes there, I take that. I go back here. There we go. That's known as I win. There we go. Pull it out with 0.8 seconds to spare. Ah, look at that. Look at that. 0.8. 0.8 seconds. They had nothing they could do. They could move up, but then I'd just check them again. And they could go there, but then I'd just check them again. And then that's checkmate. If they went there, I'd go there. Yep. No matter what, they were screwed. They were ruined. Could have given them another 5 minutes and they still would have lost at that point. Okay. 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 What we need to do now get interactions. This doesn't have. Export. All right. If state machine current state is held that should work. Actually, Open. Open interact. Bend array. Current state. Yeah, interactions. So open is special secondary. Cool. Let's test that out. Starting petition to no longer refer to AI art as AI art, but instead as computer rendered artificial pictures. Crap. Pass it on. I like this. I like this, Mike. Let's do it. We're going to spread the word. That's going to be our raid message tonight, too. What up, Loki? How are you doing? All your emotes are stash. Not all of them. Just a lot of them. Okay. Animation finished. Ah, yes. Yes. Tried to do a lot today, but nope. There it goes. Try again on another day. Is body shaming allowed here? Of course. Of course. How else are people to know that they need to improve themselves? $78. Can't believe you have a body. What a shame. I don't have a body, I have a mech suit. Okay? There's a difference. A body, what you have, is soft and squishy and prone to deterioration. While my mech suit is so durable that I can do everything except bend my knees. Because the second I bend my knees, I am not coming back up. There's mom joke in there somewhere, but alas, I shall not debase myself to that level. Your mum debased herself to that level last night. Oh! Oh. mech suit implies wearing over a body. Fine. This is my mech. Oop. Previously freed instance held container 20. Hello, Isaac. How are you doing? Sorry, what does mech stand for? My encasing computer hideaway. I am Isaac. I am. Damn, I thought you were gonna say something like exoskeleton and then I would have had you. Yeah, no. Yeah. I go. Clear held and Q3. There we go. And just like when's the game going to come out? When you are completed. So I've got a demo released. We've got a pinned message, which has a link to the Steam page. And yeah, so the demo's there. It has a bunch of the work in it. There's something I still need to do for the demo, which is the animation for the NPC restocking, and then we can have the restock stuff as well. And I don't have much more to code after this poster work and the what do you call it? The decorating, like painting the walls and the floor and stuff like that is done. We will be able to focus on modeling and artwork and all that kind of stuff. Sound effects and such majigs. Albedo color with a value of type color on a base of nil. Furniture 101. Interesting. What have I missed there? Set highlight. Ah, yes. Ah, yes. Ah, yes. Do the bobbles bobble on the shelves? They don't at the moment. That's so when they're placed on the shelves, in order to save. Actually, I think I might have gotten rid of them actually. As a fat guy, everything bobbles when I walk. That's not a bobble, that's a jiggle. Yeah, bad reviews incoming. I mean, I don't... So, set highlight. front. Modulate. It's green. In September 2020, I began development of my game. My game was first announced in early 2021. Bad news, my game was cancelled in October 19, 2023. Game was cancelled and I stopped development due to not completing difficulties. Yeah, it can be overwhelming. Yeah. I've got this kind of planned out, so yeah, it's gonna take a little bit over a year to be finished. So like what we started 11 and a half months ago should have it finished in the next year, in the next month or two. So I want to have the game released before July. Like I want it released this financial year. I stopped my game dev and instead started building something way more intriguing. Weren't you making a dungeon crawl before, like a roguelike? I was, but that was me biting off more than I could chew. So, since my game was cancelled due to development difficulties, have you never heard my game before? What was your game called? I don't know. I don't think you've mentioned what the game is called. Do you release it as early access? Hell no. I'm never. There we go. Jesus Christ. Never releasing it as early access. If I build anything mechanical and humanoid, it won't be a suit. You could buy yourself some time with EA. God, no. I do still need to get back to messing with polymer muscles. That was fascinating. Okay. I guess there's a remove highlight, I guess. So when it's placed, want to go modulate. Color white. Alright. So apparently, if you take some fishing line and spin it enough times for it to coil itself into a spring shape, then you something it in that shape. Cold and hot will cause it to expand and contract with roughly the force of human muscles. So by either embedding a thermally stable wire or using viscous material that's hot or cold, you can actuate things extremely simply millions of times, and it's silent. Anneal. Heat it up to the point it accepts the new shape as its default. Okay. Okay. So what I need... I'm a giant nerd that likes to try things once, make a ton of plans for projects, then never do any of them. That sounds normal. That sounds very, very normal. So now we need... adjust placements. Get rid of that. Then on player, do that. There we go. What up, Anon? Anonimura man. No idea if this will post, but if you or anyone else is curious. Take it that's a video on the string compression thingamajig. Why is that happening? Should look at it later so you can get off your knees. We're making Bobble Shop Sim. If you have a look at the pinned message, we've got a link to the Steam page where you can play the demo. Yeah. How do you do that building so hard? What do you mean? So this modeling here, like these buildings, these NPCs, the like environment stuff you see around there, that's all modeled by Cinti assets. You're gonna release a trailer before demo. Trailer is already released and the demo is already released. If you go to the Steam page in the pinned link, you will find both. Yep. What up, Sprig? Good night. How are you doing? So that's floating in front of the window. But why is it doing that? I have wishlisted, followed, and installed your demo, sir. Thank you very much, Coffee. Let me know if you find any bugs in the demo, so that I may fix them straight away. That's why. There we go. Voila. Alright, let's see. How do you release a trailer? Just make it, put it up on Steam, put it up on YouTube, that type of stuff. Looks like it starts in full screen. Actually asking, is this the recommended default for games, or is borderless? As a streamer, having something not be full screen by default is preferred, so as not to mess with my monitor overlay apps, and so it doesn't wonk out when I tab to OBS or such. It depends on what mode you're referring to, because there are different full screen modes. So I default it to, where are we? Window, here we are. I default it to windowed. right here. And I default it to 1920 and 1080. So those are the default properties right there. Center of primary screen, all that kind of stuff. Resizable, it's not borderless, all that kind of stuff. And so full screen and exclusive full screen are two different things. So full screen is, what is it, as, where are we? Window mode. Full screen mode. Full screen window covers the entire display of a screen, has no decorations. Regardless of the platform, enabling full screen will change the window size to match the monitor size, therefore making the project support multiple resolutions when enabling full screen mode. Exclusive full screen mode has less overhead, but only one window can be open on a given screen at a time. Opening a child window or application switching will trigger a full screen transition. Yeah. Maybe initial configuration makes it full screen. It shouldn't. What's the bug you found, Coffee? Did you create your characters or based on films or shows? I didn't create the characters. They're Cinti assets. So if we go into game settings, let me have a look here. Create settings. Oh yeah, there you go. I do default it to full screen. There you go. If you change it from full screen to borderless, click apply, and then click apply a second time. It moves to be offset on the monitor. That's Godot. That's Godot moving the window around. That I've got no control over that. All I do is I just set the display server. Like, I tell it what window mode to have, and then Godot updates stuff as it sees fit. Jesus. If res ID, if res IDX is greater than or equal to 0, otherwise 1, which is 1080p. Yeah. I will do this. Going to display settings. So in here, where we save settings, so I just do this. Let's do window set mode. Yeah. We set the window size. We do all that stuff. We tell it if it's borderless or not. Yeah. But yeah. What's the game called? Check the pinned message. It's also right there. I have a feeling there is a communication issue. see. Good for display server. Window set mode. Sets window mode for the given window to mode. Setting the window full screen forcibly sets the borderless flag to true, so make sure to set it back to false when not wanted. Yep. So you're saying we go if display server window get mode is window mode. We do that. If display server window flag borderless is not borderless window. Never heard of Stoat before. Stoat's good. Yeah. Can you make the official game, the unfinished game, before official release? Why would I do that, Isaac? One of the Discord clones to pick up all the people abandoning it? Yeah, basically. Basically. Sorry, because I leaked all movies and shows. Okay. Congrats. A band coming in. Just say the word pirate. I mean, their account was made 3 days ago. So basically asking a dev to pirate his own game. Yeah, exactly. It's pretty funny. Feels like a bot. It does, doesn't it? You're a bot, so is the streamer. Well, most of him. I'm advanced mech, okay? I'm not a robot. I'm an advanced mech. I need to change that up there. When he's going to official release? When the game is finished. Hopefully before July. Hello, Creeper. How you doing? No back button from settings. Escape from the for the win. Correct. Correct. That's how most of the UI works. I've already uploaded it to Pirate Bay. You doing fine? Good to hear, Creeper. Good to hear. Oh yeah, I didn't have dinner. I was like, why am I hungry? What up, FBI873? Funnily enough, there's someone in the Twitch chat that's talking about pirating stuff, and we've got someone over in the YouTube chat called FBI873. What a coincidence! I have no power here, so I banned them in my channel to feel better. That's fair. That's fair. If we ignore my PC dying when I open like 3 tabs. Oh, you're doing fine except for that. That's fair. Let's think. That's right, I changed that. I'm going to close that out now. In place or sellable. You're just if you can place. Why are you data mining me? How did you know my name was Morgan? Since now every app has to be running on Electron or some bloated stuff. I know. I refuse to install any application these days that is Electron. If it's something that I've already got installed, like Discord, then I'll leave it. But I haven't installed the Stoat app on my PC just because it's Electron based. How in the world does it take 4 gigabytes to use a C# editor? I chose Tory for mine. Rust and Svelte, way more performant. I still wouldn't install it. Like, if it's a web app that's wrapped in something like Electron or Tory or something like that, I'm not installing it these days. I dislike it. If you want to build something for desktop, make it a desktop application. Don't make it a web app that runs on desktop. The R in Titty Bobbler is on the next line. Yeah, that's because Titty Bobbler doesn't fit on the entire thing. Maybe instead of having a hyphen in there, you should have a space. Yeah. Otherwise, other apps run on an absurdly heavy JVM. Yeah, true. That is very, very true. That's what I used to do. Hack away on poster. Hack away on poster. You do. So let me go up here. Asset cache. Professional. Professional. Take those. Pop them up here. Because that's just casual, not casuals. Also, poster casuals, black, white. Oh, it's just poster. Poster casual. Where's pack away? Confirm that I resume my game's development in 2025. I confirm that my game was completed. Even my game is still cancelled. Fans are still sad and crying. I have no idea what your game is because you haven't said it. You haven't said once what your game is. So I'm starting to doubt its existence. We do have it. Delivery data. Canister. When did the VS Code description change to the open source AI code editor? Probably about the same time that Microsoft changed to be an AI operating system. The same time it became Microsoft. Base item data. Delivery canister. I don't think I need to call hold there, do I? Because it should do. I don't know. We got ads coming in. Can you leak the official game? Don't ask them that, Coffee. They'll post a link to some weird site that no one wants to touch. Getting rid of it because it's got a link in there. It's the exact same thing we saw previously. Seems very odd. Very, very odd. Okay. Oops. I'm gonna do that. Force an exchange. You could have come down there and taken my... piece, but you didn't. I don't know why. I don't know why they didn't. Oh, fuck. Thank God they don't know what they're doing. Fuck. Yep. Damn it. He called my pre-move. Yeah, I was timing out. Timing out all day there. So that's very awkward. Register flow, of course, takes me. Ask my email, send validation, check your email. As a button for open, blah, 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 presuming that all email domains are email providers. When mine's custom site domain, so opening my own site is very odd. I mean, I don't care. I didn't make the workflow. Okay. Let's test this out. You don't have contents. Comb the beard? Alright. What was your reasoning for banning Discord? Just whole day verification nonsense. That and their just ads everywhere, and they're pushing Nitro all the time, and their quests that always pop up in the corner. So I was like, nah, this is becoming shit. I'm out. But yeah, like, I'm fine with age verification if done properly. And there's a way that governments can do age verification without people providing their ID and facial scan to 40 different third-party vendors across the world. You know, because there's not going to be one third-party provider that every company uses, because if there is, that company is A, a monopoly, and B, is targeted by every malicious actor in the world looking to get the ID of everyone 16 years and older across the entire world. So that does not sound like a good idea to me. It's access control to sites by government. I'm not a fan. That's why you have legislation in place to prevent the abuse of the data. So, for example, the way I would want to see it done is so let's go this. The way I would want to see it done is you have service and user. So requests access. Actually, let's... that. Requests access. Checks with gov. Confirm user made request. User confirm. Success deny. No details given. This just says yes allow, no not allow. Doesn't say that they denied it, doesn't say that they're under the age that it's allowed or anything like that. It just says yes allow it, no don't allow it. And then this allow access would be the last thing. Now, obviously, there's like some bits in here that I've left out. For instance, when the user makes a request, they need to provide, you know, what country they're a citizen of, what their name is, stuff like that. But the legislation that the government puts in place says that that data is not allowed to be retained by the service. Any time, like for every instance that the service retains that data, then the service is fined $10 million for every instance that they violate it. So for 1,000 customers that they violated for, all of a sudden, most companies are going bankrupt. So, yeah. Does this assume the government is capable of securely storing data? Here's the thing, Moonbase. If Palantir gets hacked and your personal information is leaked, what recourse do you have? What is your recourse? To my knowledge, there's none. You're going to try and sue Palantir? You're going to try and sue the third party that you're going to try and sue the service that uses Palantir as a third party? What's your recourse to correct that? To get compensation for your personal information being leaked? So, if the government fails to securely store it, you have recourse. It's your government. You can hold them accountable. The people can hold them accountable. Yeah? Vote them out, get them replaced with people that know what they're doing. All this kind of stuff. This is an extension of the Discord question. Yeah. So yeah, you have legislation that says the government is not allowed to retain requests made from these services and confirmed by these users. Not allowed to retain it because that provides a form of tracking people. These services are not allowed to retain it at a fine of $10 million per infraction. So for 10 users that they keep the data for, that's $100 million they get fined. 100 users, that's $1 billion they get fined. 1,000 users, that's $10 billion they get fined. For companies like Google that have millions of users, storing 100,000 users' data, even to Google, that's going to crush them. And that would make these companies go, hey, perhaps we should invest a few $1 million more into making sure things are secure. Yeah? Do you want to fucking reset? What is going on with this shit? Jesus Christ. It's an uphill battle. Lobbying will always put companies' priorities first, so no such laws will pass. So what you do, Moonbase, is you don't vote for the people that take lobbying money. And if you can't find people to vote for that do that, be the person. Go into politics and be like, I'm not going to take any lobbying money. I will record all meetings I have with other MPs. I will record all meetings I have with businesses. I will record all meetings I have with lobbyists. Don't have money to run? You have access to social media. Play more! Welcome in, you gedunts. How's it going, Pepper? What's up, Rosie? Milk Dance? Was that good? I don't know if that was good. I hope it was good. Welcome in, y'all. How you doing? It's alright? Good to hear. You doing terrible, tap water? Well, have you tried taking out the lead? Because tap water with lead makes you sick. Where's my vodka? Yes, the hot sauce. Sorry. I'm doing well, thank you, Rosie. I was just watching something the other day. The character named Hilda, I can't remember the show. Was it my stream? I'm laughing so hard once I knew what it means. I do like what I need to take what they said and put it onto shirts and such. Thank you for the follow, much appreciate you, fantastic gedunt. Here is the weak sauce. So, that's something that I need to turn into a like some merch, Woosa, is have like gedunt, like it's like a good donut, but not really. And then the image is just like two legs open and a donut. Yeah. Good to keep the old bioenergy churning with occasional sourcing. This is true. This is true. The stream does become saucier when hot sauce is redeemed. Ow. My knee just cracked. That's right, we were testing this, weren't we? I need to change my scene too. That's right. We are testing our whatchamacallits. Our posters. That's it. Sarge PP raid. I think you mean Claymore raid. Claymore PP raid. Yeah. Alright, so we have this. We open it up. We get this. See there. Place it there. We have a poster. But it needs to be flush against. That's okay. So we've got this pack away where we do get interactions. I'm gonna go interactions, append, pack away. Pack away. If player instance furniture is null and player instance hold array is empty. Oops. Oops. Whoopsie whoopsie whoops. We do that. Under delivery canister, we need to update this too. If player instance furniture is null and player instance hold array is empty. This is what we need. Sergeant Pepper raid. I've got a dentist appointment coming up this week, I think. I think it's on Tuesday or Wednesday. I can't remember. Which means I'm going to have to take that day off when that happens. do that. Actually, I think that too. Bam, bam, bam. Everyone's always hungover. Why is no one ever hung under? Yep. Well, are you? I always am. Some even hang around. That's different though. That's hang, that's not hung. Yeah. Yep, hung under. Everyone in the Southern Hemisphere, when they get drunk and they feel terrible the day after, they should say that they are hung under because we're from the land down under. And everyone in the Northern Hemisphere is hung over. What am I making? I'm making this. I'm making Bobble Shop Simulator. We have a pinned message which has the Steam page if you want to go check out the trailer and whatnot. I'm just trying to get our stuff set up. So that we can place posters around the store. Because the posters are going to be something that you can place around the store to increase foot traffic in. And they will also be things that you can sell to customers. So you can sell the posters and you can also place them around the store. So you can like place them in the windows, you can place them like up there, sort of thing, around the top or like around the back here behind the cash register, stuff like that. Yeah. Oh, sick. I'm leaving that in. That was sweet. That was sweet. Did you see that? You see how cool that is? If state machine is idle, no. So if it's held, and actually if it's held, or this has state machine, current state, state. And player instance. Furniture is null. Instance. Hold. Can hold self. Cool. So homage posters, like Total Bobblehead, the Bobblenator, Bobble and Bobbles. There's something about Bobble. No. No. They will be posters featuring the bobbleheads that we have in the game. Yeah. I'm supposed to release Alpha 3 of my app today, but I'm sitting here playing fucking Bobble Shop Simulator. Good to know that it's a production killer, Coffee. Good to know. Good to know. Actually, Coffee, if you don't mind, what's your PC specs? Don't let work get in the way of fun. Exactly. Exactly. Eee. So there's a little bit more we still need to do on that. For example, in the store, I still need to set up collisions around the edge of the store, which can be raycast too. For the connections to work. What I need though for the moment is under here. Duplicate this one. Um, let's go 4. There we go. I9 1090 KF GeForce 3090. Cool. Currently running 166 FPS in game, 4 monitors, 1440p. I do still have some performance stuff to do regarding meshes and whatnot. But the actual physics side of things should be pretty performant. Make unique. Now we make it unique. How percentage do you want feedback to be? No. Throw it into the Stoat server channel for feedback, and I'll look at it, and if it's something I want to do, then I'll do it. If it's something I don't want to do, then I won't do it. Yeah. That's basically it. Quick round of feedback, then actually gets work. No worries. Like, there is some stuff that I need to fix up, like NPCs that spawn on the road and they're unable to navigate anywhere. I'm making some changes to interactions, but it's like small stuff. There's some fixes for German localization that I need to add in. And then there's like the performance improvement stuff that I need to do still. Yeah. Is this look like demo versus final animation? No idea what you're talking about. that. Okay. Copy. Copy. There we go. Let's see how it places now. Well, because his knee's not working for an hour. That's fine. That's fine. I don't know if you've noticed, but when you put the poster on the window, the green selling area outside the shop disappears. Not sure if you fixed this before making copies. What do you mean? When you put the poster on the window, the green selling area outside disappears. Not sure if you should fix this before making copies. It should be disappeared, Orcrus. In fact, that shouldn't appear for... Like, I don't want that to be there at all. There we go. There we go. Now it looks like it's actually placed on the window. Yeah. Placed behind the window. Placed in front of the window. Nice. Did you put credits? I do have credits. I need to add a couple of people to the credits, though. Some translators. So, might do that tomorrow. I like it. Yeah, I don't want the posters to be something that you can sell at that furniture area out the front there. So let's fix that up quickly. Store. Furniture placing. Not bobble trap. Not auto trapper. And not... And placing, not poster. There we go. Easy. When I played the game and I saw the credits, I just thought you made that. Still in development. What? When I played the game and I saw the credits, I saw that you made that while still in development. Yeah. Yeah. Huh. Maybe that's the way to do it. There we go. Doesn't display anymore. Beautiful. I watched the trailer back in November 2024 or 2025 before the game came out. Like before the demo released. Yeah, that trailer is old. The one you saw. G'day, random. How are ya? I like it. It's all working. There's a little bit of testing that we still need to do around it, but all in all, I'm happy with it. Hold rotation on the X, we can do as 90 degrees, or actually, Y on 2. The Y offset can be like 0.1. Negative. Maybe I give it a bit of... Maybe do like pi on... Pi divided by 1.8. So instead of it being like perfectly 90, it's like a little bit ajar. Let's test that. Managed to code something kind of good yesterday, so feeling kind of proud of myself. Think your streams might be helping. Good. Good. I'm glad. It's always good to have somewhere to get that motivation from. Actually, I will say, if you had have told me 12 months ago, which was like 2 weeks before I started making Bobble Shop Sim, if you had have asked me 12 months ago if I would have been making a shop simulator, I would have laughed and been like, I never plan on making a shop sim game. What? Now here I am, almost a year later, working on the shop sim game that I started almost a year ago. That's a bit funny. Never know what you're gonna make. Never know. There we go. We want it to be... Let's see that. This will probably be the last thing I do for the night, considering it's coming to the end of the stream. I think the best decision I made was having them like go to the doors here and despawn. Yeah, there we go. Beautiful. So there's a little bit we need to do around the collisions and around like forcing it to rotate against the window and stuff like that. But we can finish all that off tomorrow. Yes. Very productive night. Very, very productive night. Let's go. Let's go here. Let's go here. All right. I will be back in 10 hours. In 10 hours time, I will be back. We will be doing the collision stuff, like finishing off the collisions and the rotation when placing the posters and stuff. And yeah. The music in Based Code stream is a bit louder than mine, so if you've got the volume turned up for me, turn it down a little bit. When I asked Google AI about development of the game began, AI said late 2025 or early 2026. I don't believe AI. So what is development of the game begin? May 24th last year. So mid last year. Anyway, I will see you all in 10 hours time. Okay? Have a good night, you dunce. There we go. Good night, Gadunts.